Hi everyone guys. So today we are going to be discuss about JUnits guys. JUnit. Okay, the heading is JUnits and what does it mean, and now we can go ahead and then we can discuss about the JUnits. Okay, so this is the notes which I prepared for the previous batch. Same notes I am going with the laptop. So JUnit is the actual framework guys. Framework meaning already classes, methods, everything already implemented. Okay, so in our case, we can use those predefined methods and we can implement the project very easily. Generally, JUnit is the framework base. So here, what is the first heading? Unit testing with the JUnit and mocking. So in this concept, what is our agenda? These all the areas are our agenda. Like what is, we'll try to understand what is unit testing and why, and what is JUnit and how to use JUnit. Next, what is mocking and how to use mock object for unit testing, and what is code coverage, how to improve code coverage. This is the agenda. So if you are comfortable with all these four areas, then you are good with unit testing. You are good with unit testing. This is our agenda. What is unit testing and why? What is the purpose of unit testing? And what is JUnit and how to use JUnit? And next, what is mocking? How to use mock object for the unit testing? And what is code coverage? And how to improve that? How to improve that? So these are the four things of our agenda in the unit testing. So first we can go ahead with what is unit testing. Unit testing. Unit testing meaning it is the process of testing individual components of software application guys. Individual components meaning a program is nothing but a collection of components, right? For example, if you take the one method you can call that is one component, okay? And if you take the variable and all, that is called one component. So unit testing meaning it is the process of testing individual components. For example, one file, there is a demo file. Demo file have there are 10 methods. If you want to test those 10 methods, so technically I am calling 10 methods are called 10 individual components. 10 individual components. So unit testing meaning, in the name itself you have the meaning. It is the process of testing individual components. Individual components is called unit testing. It is the process of testing individual components of software application is called testing. Is called testing. So with the help of unit testing, which is used to identify the bugs available in our code. Bugs available in our code. So before going to any project before live, every project you can check bugs. Is there any bugs or not? So here unit testing, which is used to identify the bugs available in our code. Bugs available in our code. Next, third one is with the help of unit testing, we can improve code quality for the higher environments. With the help of unit testing, we can provide the code quality. We can provide the quality code for higher environments. Higher environments. Next point is developers are responsible to perform unit testing. Who are the responsible? Developers only responsible. They have to only create the unit testing and they have to only check how each method is working and all. So here the point is developers are responsible to perform unit testing. Unit testing. Next point is to perform unit testing, we will use JUnit and mocking frameworks. These are the points you should be familiar with unit testing guys. What is unit testing? Unit testing, it is the process of testing individual components of software application. Individual components of software application. Next, unit testing, which is used to identify the bugs available in the code. Bugs available in the code. Next, with the help of unit testing, we can provide the code quality. We can provide the quality code for higher environments. Higher environments mean live. Higher environments mean live. With the help of unit testing, we can provide the quality code for higher environments. Then who are the responsible for testing and all? Developers only will take care of it. Developers are responsible to perform unit testing. To perform unit testing. To perform unit testing, we use JUnit and mock. JUnit and mock. These are the points you should be familiar with. These are the total 5 points. Unit testing is the process of testing individual components of software application. Unit testing, which is used to identify the bugs available in the code. And unit testing, with the help of unit testing, you can provide the quality code for the high-end environment. Developers are responsible to perform the unit testing, and to perform unit testing, we will use JUnit and mocking frameworks. JUnit and mocking frameworks. Again, there is a question: what is JUnit? Again, there is a question: what is mocking? So first, we can go ahead with what is JUnit. JUnit. So see here, JUnit is a Java-based framework. Java-based framework which is used to implement the unit testing for the Java applications. What is the first point? The heading is what is JUnit, guys? What is JUnit? JUnit is a Java-based framework which is used to implement the unit testing. Implement the unit testing for Java applications. Implement the which is used to implement the unit testing for Java applications. JUnit is a Java-based framework which is used to implement the unit testing for Java applications. And the current version of JUnit is, this is also one interview. So they will ask question is, do you have aware of JUnit? You said, yes, I have. Then which version you used in your previous project? The version is JUnit 5. Currently everybody is using the version is JUnit 5. So again, the JUnit 5 meaning, it is the combination of, there are three frameworks: JUnit Platform, JUnit Jupyter, and JUnit Vintage. Platform, Jupyter, and Vintage. So again, each one has different meaning. Like it will provide the runtime to run the JUnit tests on the Java, and Jupyter meaning it will provide the annotations to implement the unit test cases, and Vintage provides backward compatibility. Like so, if you write any test cases with respect to JUnit 3 and JUnit 4, those test cases also can capable to run in the JUnit 5. So that is the option of Vintage. Platform, Jupyter, and Vintage. Platform provide the runtime JUnit tests on the Java, and Jupyter provide the annotations to implement the unit test cases. Unit test cases. Vintage provide the backward compatibility. Backward compatibility. What is JUnit? JUnit is a Java-based framework which is used to implement the unit testing for applications. The current version of JUnit is JUnit 5. And next question is, next point is, JUnit framework provided several annotations. Several annotations to perform unit testing like below. So when we are going to perform any Java class for testing, so these are the annotations which we can use. At the rate test, at the rate parameterized test, at the rate value source, at the rate before all, at the rate after all, at the rate before each, at the rate after each, So these are the some annotations we should be familiar when we are going to write the JUnit cases, test case. JUnit framework provided several annotations to perform unit testing like below. So these are the some more important annotations. Those are like I would say at the rate test, at the rate parameterized test, at the rate value source, at the rate before all, at the rate after all, at the rate before each, and at the rate after each. These are the annotations which we have. These are the annotations which we have, guys. These are the annotations and these are the methods. Okay, so JUnit framework, it will provide, there are two things, guys. So one thing is annotations. So it will provide the annotations to perform unit testing. Next thing is it will provide the methods to verify the results. To verify the results, there are two difference JUnit framework will provide to us. There are two main things. One is the annotations. With the help of annotations, we can test the code to perform unit testing. Next one is JUnit framework provided several methods to verify the results. So all the methods, it can start with asset. All the methods can start with assets. JUnit framework provided the several asset methods to verify the unit testing. What are the methods actually we have? The methods are asset equals. So here we can give the expected value and actual value. It can do the verify and then it will give the results to us. So same here also, asset not equals is the method where also can able to give the expected value and actual value. Asset null is the value, asset not null is the value, asset true is the value, and asset false is the value. So based on the requirement, you can able to use different methods based on the scenario, based on the scenario, based on the scenario. And yeah, this is the point you should be familiar with. JUnit. What is JUnit? JUnit is the Java-based framework which is used to implement the unit testing. Which is used to implement the unit testing. The current version is JUnit 5, and it will provide mainly two things, and it will provide the annotations to implement the unit testing. That is the one thing. Second thing is it will provide the asset methods to verify the results. Asset methods to verify the results. Now you guys are clear. There are two headings. One heading is what is unit testing, and second number heading is what is JUnit. What is unit testing? Unit testing, it is the process of testing individual components of software applications. Unit testing, which is used to identify the bugs available in the code. And unit testing, with the help of unit testing, we can provide the quality code. We can provide the quality code. Who are the responsible for the unit testing? Java developers. Generally, developers are responsible for the unit testing. Unit testing. To perform unit testing, we will use, there are two frameworks. One is the JUnit, second one is the mocking. Again, the question is what is JUnit? JUnit, it is the framework which is used to implement the unit testing, which is used to implement the unit testing. So JUnit, it will provide, there are two things, guys. JUnit framework provide several annotation methods to perform the unit testing. Wow, those are annotations are, there are number of annotations. Among those, these are the regularly we use. At the rate test, at the rate parameter test, at the rate value source, at the rate before all, at the rate after all, at the rate before each. After these are the annotations which we have. Okay, and JUnit framework provide several asset methods to verify the unit results. So all the methods are like asset equals and asset not equals, asset null and asset not null, asset true and asset false. Asset false. I hope you guys are clear. Two areas. What is unit testing and what is JUnit? JUnit will provide two things. One is annotation, second thing is methods, asset methods. Okay. Once you are familiar with the unit, then there is a question called what is mocking? Mocking. Very, very important, guys. Mocking means it is the process of creating substitute object for the real objects. What is mocking? Mocking is the process of creating substitute object for the real object is called mocking. So in our search also, before attending the actual interviews, you will be attended to mock interviews. Mock means before actual interview. So there we can conduct mock in how we can before itself we can how we can give the answers and all. We will conduct the mock interviews. Same here also. Mocking meaning so we cannot perform any actions on direct object. Instead of direct object, we can create one dummy object. That creation of dummy object is called mocking. So the process of creating substitute object for real object is called mocking. We have the clear meaning. It is the process of creating substitute object for the real object is called mocking. For example, if you can see here, there is a object. This object I am creating like as the mock object. Okay. Mock objects are used for what? Unit testing. Unit testing. By using mock object, we can achieve isolated unit testing. Isolated unit testing means testing only our target method functionality. For example, in class there are 10 methods. Method 1, 2, 3, 4, like that 10. And I want to check M1 method, what are the parameters it is taking and what kind of operation it is doing, like addition, subtraction, and what kind of value it is returning. So here the thing is isolated meaning checking individual component of the program is called isolated. Individual method is called isolated. Unit testing means testing only our target method functionality is called isolated unit testing. In the market, there are several frameworks available in the market, guys, like Easy Mock, YMock, JUnit, Power Mock, and all. So normally you can check with the that one like what are the frameworks available in the market. So you will get a number of tools and all. So generally these are Easy Mock, Wire Mock, JMockito, Power Mock, etc. Power Mock, etc. So now tell me if anyone will ask like what is mocking. So what is your answer? Mocking is the process of creating substitute object for the real object is called mocking. With the help of mocking, what we can do, which is used to uh, write unit testing, implement the unit testing. Mock objects are used for unit testing. By using mock object, we can achieve the isolated unit testing. Isolated unit testing means testing only one our target method functionality. Testing only our target method functionality is called isolated unit testing. There are several frameworks available in the market. What are the like EasyMock, WireMock, Mockito, and PowerMock and all. So now you guys are clear with there are three concepts. What is first one is what is JUnit. Second one is what is first one is what is unit testing. Second one is what is JUnit. Third one is what is mocking. Three areas. Once you are familiar with three areas, next we have code coverage. So before code coverage, we can, I will tell you code coverage and all. So before code coverage, so we can try to understand how these annotations, how we can do that one. For example, you guys see here, generally we have, there is a Java program. The class name is calculator and there are two methods actually we have. So simple program, this is the simple program. So through simple program, you can try to understand the basic scenario of it, okay? Method name is add, taking two parameters. Parameters are the variables which will have the values that can give input to the methods to perform some operations. Add is the method Here I am passing two parameters and it is returning some value. For example, here if I pass the value 10 and 20, what kind of value it has to be written? 30. Okay, same scenario, I can write the test cases and then I can pass input values and I can give the expected value and the actual value. If expected value and actual value both are correct, then only our test case will pass. If not, our test case will fail. So this is the thing, every method we can do the same process. What parameters it is taking, what operation it is doing, what value it is returning. My actual expected value and returning value, the both are same, then our test case will pass. Okay. This is with respect to calculator. But in case of Sling model, we are giving the values through the dialog, right? So what the values we are giving to the dialog and what actually we are expecting the values. If the both our values are true, then only our test case will pass. If not, test case will fail. So this is the scenario. Now we are going to write some Java programs and then we can do the unit testing and then we can check like the class will pass test cases or not, we can check. So here itself we have the this is the normal Java class. When you go with the test class, so the class this we can it will be recommended to write the naming conventions like this. This is normal Java class, and in that they created one object for that one, and they mention a test add method, and here if you can see here they are calling actual c dot actual add one and expected result, and there is a asset equals method and expected value and actual value. If the both are same, then the test case will pass. The same program I can write and then I can show you. Go to your any project. In my case, I would like to go to, there is a project called, so here I would like to create a package. I can mention as test cases as the package. Okay, test cases I am mention as a test cases packages, and I got created the packages, and this should be the parallel to this one, right? But this is available in some other location. Look for the packages and create one package. Mention call test cases. Okay, now what actually you can do, I would like to go here. Normally general normal class I would like to take, that is I can look for the class, and here I can take the same program. I would like to take like calculate normally base, uh, we are trying to understand basic level calculator, and this is normal Java class name calculator I am taking, and this is already this is the scope of the Java program, and inside what actually I am doing, I would like to take methods. Any methods you can take int add, and for this method I would like to pass int a and int b. Okay, so it is throwing the error because of, if the method has the data type, it has to return same value. It has to return same value. Return int, return int a plus b, return a plus b. Okay, this is one method I am taking, and one more method I am taking, public int add, and there is a one more method I would like to take, public I would say same int, and I would like to take multiplication, and this is the scope of the multiplication. And here also I would like to mention int a and int b and int c. And if the method has the data type, it has to return the same value. So I would like to mention return and a, b, and c. This is clear now. This code I want to check. Generally, I know if this is simple method, no, normal without testing also I know. For example, if I pass the 10 and 20, it should be written 30. Here also, if I pass like 2, 2, 2, 2 threes, 4, 4 twos, 8, you will get the value as 8. This I know, but we need to do the unit testing. So how you do with respect to this method? This is the basic level methods. Same thing you can do with the complex methods also. You can do the same process. Complex methods also can do the same process. Okay. So here what I am doing, this is normal Java class, right? I need to write test cases for the Java class. So simply what you can do, there is a class, one more class you can create. Look for the unit testing, or you can create a class with a look for the JUnit, yeah, JUnit test case. Click on it and give the class name. So in my case, I would like to give the class name like as calculator tester. Calculator is the tester. So this is the class. This is the class guys. This is normal Java class and this is the calculator class. So you need to make the connection between them. How you can do that connection? How you can make the connection between them? By creating object. How you can create normal class name calculator c equal to new calculator, new calculator. Okay, this is how I created the object. So after created the calculator class, now you have to, for running this one, you can take the main method and inside you can create this one. And now there are methods, right? So for those methods, what you can do, you can write coming to here. This is the @test. These are the methods you can do. So for this, no need to create any. This one, create a calculator, and c equal to new calculator. Okay, and now there is a annotation called @test annotation, and give the method name public int add is the method, and here you can pass the values int a and int b, and here also it has to return a plus b. Okay, it has to return a plus b. So basically here we can call the methods actual value and expected value. Test add is the method. So here you can write test add method. Test add is the method. Change to void. Test add is the method, and in this method you can call c dot add. Here I would like to pass the value 10 and 20, and this is what actual value or not. This is actual value. Actual value I am storing as int actual result. Actual result. Are you guys clear with my statements or not? So this is the annotation for testing the method. So not only this method, you can take any other name as well. We can take any other name as well. Okay. Now what I'm taking. So this method, whatever the method I have, so that method I am passing as the argument. These are the arguments which I am passing. These are the arguments which I am passing, and those all the values I kept in one reference variable. This is the actual value, right? Now what I am doing, I would like to take expected value, expected result. So generally actual value, expected value also I am mentioning as, if I know, I am mentioning as the 30. Then if I run the test cases, we'll see. There is a method called asset equals method, asset equals method, inside where actually you can mention expected value and actual value. You can mention this. Okay, fine. Okay, done. Now, if I run this one, right click on it, there is an option called run as, run as, there is an option called is unit testing. Click on it, guys. Click on it. You can able to get one window where I can say there is a console. Go to window and then open the console option. There is a console. Calculator test. You can drag a little bit down. So generally you can get the all should be in green color. So is not working. You can change the switch the workspace and then you can try new one. So the concept is the same. The concept is the same, guys. Anyway, the concept is the same. So it is again opening the instance and then we'll see. You can write the same program. I hope everybody is clear what I am saying. మనం మెథడ్కి ఏమి ఇస్తున్నాము, అది యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ. ఏమి ఇచ్చి అది ఓవరాల్గా ఏది రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది అది యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ. మనం ఒక వాల్యూ అనుకుంటాం, అంటే మనం మెథడ్ ఏ పని చేస్తుంది మనకు ముందు ఐడియా ఉంటుంది కదా. మనమే ఒక యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ ఇది అండ్ ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ వాల్యూ ఇది అనుకుంటాం. రెండు మ్యాచ్ అయితేనేమో టెస్ట్ కేస్ పాస్ అవుతుంది. ఆర్ యు గైస్ ఏబుల్ టు clear with my statements? If the expected value and actual value both are same, then our test case will pass. If both are not same, then obviously our test case will not pass. So any project before live, for all Java classes, for entire project for all Java classes, we need to write the test cases. So at the time of deployment, so they can entire team, they can divide it into multiple groups, and they can write the test cases for all Java classes, and then they can write the test cases. They can write the test cases. Now where I would go, and then here we can see the console is coming on. I think this is working. Okay, fine. Now again I am writing a program. So if anybody not able to clear with the first self, so you can see I'm writing with the. So I'm taking one package called test case. Package you can take anything. Okay, package. I'm giving the name like test cases. Test cases. Okay, and inside the test classes, I'm taking class called Java class. I'm taking, and I am mentioning the name called calculator. Okay, fine. And here I am taking methods like int add method, and this is the scope of the method. I would like to pass the parameters int a and int b, so and int c and all, and if it has the data type, it has to return the same value int a plus b. Okay, fine. And you can take public int other method also. You can take multiplication, and here also you can do with examples are like int a and int b, and it has to return the same value a into b. Okay, this is normal Java class, and create one more test class for that one, and you can look for the unit JUnit. There is an option called JUnit test case. You have to select that one, and you have to give the name, which I would say calculator tester. Calculator tester. So click on it, done, and class is created. So once class created, you have to create the object for that class calculator, and c equal to new calculator, and then now create one method for testing that method. So public void, any name you can take for testing the method input and output values. This method name is our wish. This method name is our wish. Any name you can take. And here what I am doing, c dot add equal to, I am taking some 40 and 40. So how much output? This is actual value. Actual value data type is the integer, and this is actual result. Actual result. Okay, and now expected result also I'm taking. Expected result I would mention also some 80 I'm taking as of now. Scenario number 1 I'm taking 7. There is a method called asset equals. Asset equals is the method where actual expected result and actual result, anything you can take. That's it. So simply actual class is available in another file, so that I am bringing by creating object. So for that method I am passing the arguments, and this is the actual value and expected value I am checking. If the both expected and actual values both are same, then our test case will pass. If not, our test case will fail. We need to verify, meaning you need to, if test case will fail, then there is a bug, right? If test case is passed, then there is that is the quality code. Whatever we are expecting, it is giving the same values. So simply I am saving this one, and where I would mention there is a run as option unit testing. Click on that. You guys see here, is there any errors? No. Is there any failures? No. If you can open this one, there is a one test case method which we have, and that is in the green color. Okay, okay, fine. Now I want to give some false value, meaning actual expected actual value is 80 and I am expecting the value is 90. So in that case, I can able to run my file and then I can able to see my code, meaning it will fail or not. You guys see here, failures 1. So see which color it is coming, failure color, meaning danger. So this is bug. Okay, developers main agenda is you have to provide quality code for the higher environments. Higher environments are nothing but live. Okay, now see, now you guys are clear, like how you can write the test cases, how you can run the test cases, how if the test case will pass, how it will show the console like this, and if it is failed, how we can see. Okay, this is with respect to method 1, for example. Now I would like to take one more method, test public void. This is our wish, guys. Method name is our wish. I'm taking some test multiplication and all, and inside what I am doing. Second method I am doing the test c dot add. Here I would like to take 10 and 20, and where I would mention this is also int actual result, actual value I can take because result already I taken, right. Okay, fine. Expected value. Now you guys tell me 10 20 is how much? 200. So if I take 200, then our test case will pass. So asset equals mention expected value and actual value. This is the scenario, guys. Okay, now if I run this one, right click, right click on it, JUnit testing. You see here, there are two failures, guys. There are two failures. There are two failures. Here you can change to 80 and you can come to here. This is the multiplication, right? You can take the method like multiplication, do the session c dot. Now you guys see here, test multiplication and c dot multi 10 comma 20, and this is input and actual value and expected value and doing the comparison. If both are correct, then my test case will pass. Right click on it. See here, my test case is passed. My test case is passed. Very, 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 very important. Very, 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 very important. Now, I hope this is clear, right? Anybody is having any questions? Anybody is having any questions? Please let me know. So this is the Java program simply I taken, and for that Java class I written test classes. So actual value and expected value I am checking with the help of asset methods. There are asset methods which is used to verify the actual verify the result. If the result is expected by the actual value, both are equal, then my test case will pass. If not, my test case will fail. So in this case, my two test cases are passed. Okay, fine. Very good. Now, next heading is there is a concept called code coverage. What is next heading? Code coverage. Before that, what are the topics we discussed? What is unit testing? What is JUnit? And what is mocking? Next, fourth heading is what is code coverage? What is code coverage? Hmm. Code coverage is the process of identifying how many lines of code is tested as part of unit testing. Code coverage is the process of identifying how many lines of code is tested as part of unit testing, guys. As part of unit testing. There are two things we can achieve with the help of code coverage. What are the two things actually? Which lines covered in the unit testing, which lines is not covered. For example, there is a 100 lines, and which lines which you covered and which lines you will not covered. You can able to verify by using code coverage. So industry standard 80% code coverage is required. So if you want to deploy, you implemented already entire project, and if you want to the entire project, if you want to deploy into the live, so what is the industry standards? So basically, industry standard is 80%, but some of companies they will follow 70%. Some of companies they will follow 75%. Based on that, their companies they can follow. But so overall industry standards, in that interview perspective also they will ask, like what is the market, I would say industry standard for the code coverage. You have to tell answer is 80%. But some companies they will follow 70%, some companies they will follow 75%, some companies they will follow 80%. But 80% is the recommended approach. There are some of the plugins, there are some of the tools to identify the code coverage report. Those are like our entire code we can deploy into these tools like Jacoco tools and Covertura tool. And what they will do, they can give the report like which lines will be covered, which lines will not be covered. They will give the entire report. So based on that, again we need to write the test cases for remaining lines, and then we have to do the testing, and we have to do the code coverage. We have to do the code coverage. Now coming to here, and then right click on it, and there is an option called coverage as. We have a right coverage as. Click on it and JUnit testing, then you can able to get all the information of that coverage as. So if you can come to here, there is a SRC, and then in that where we have test cases, and in the test cases, so see, hmm, guys, in that totally we have 43 lines. Ah, this is the calculated test class, right? There are total we have 32 lines. So we missed any lines? No. Total we tested how many lines? 32. So like this, we can do the code coverage. Code coverage, which with the help of code coverage, we can find out lines of code will be tested, and lines of code will not be tested by using code coverage. How we can check? Right click on any Java program. We written the in AEM we written Java files, right? All the backend files you can do the we can write the testing same. So generally you can write the slim models. You can take the actual value from the dialog and expected value. So we can there actually you can take the asset methods, and then we can expect value actual value and expected value, the both are same or not. We can cross check like this. So the code coverage, I tell you like how you can do the code coverage. So simply right click on it, and there is an option called coverage as and unit testing. Then you can able to get like for example, if the package have there are like 20 to 30 and all, then you can able to get all the like which lines will be covered or which lines will not be covered. All the information you can able to get. So here like if how many methods executed and all, the complete information you can able to get. So the main agenda of this unit testing is you can provide the quality code. You can provide the quality code, bug-free code, bug-free code. So this is the thing, guys. So JUnit also very very important. Interview perspective also they will ask the questions. So with this, you guys are familiar with like what is unit testing and what is JUnit and what is mocking and what is code coverage and all. I hope you guys are clear, right? So what you guys will do, you can same do like whatever we done today's session. You guys also please do the task and then please upload it in the portal. Okay, so that's it today, guys.